Could the impact of climate change reach your doorstep? New analysis finds hundreds of thousands of houses will be at risk of flooding in years to come.
Plus, some welcome sun as people across the capital enjoy the warmest day of the year so far.
Today feels more like April than February. Sunglasses on, break times outside. We're sitting on the grass in central London. But is it that unusual? Is it just a winter wobble or is it becoming a trend? I'll have the details and a full forecast at the end of the programme.
Good morning, everybody. Yesterday was the warmest day of this year so far. Temperatures knocking on the door of 17 degrees. Today, it could be even higher, that temperature. Good morning, Sal and John. Good morning to you too. If you haven't yet ventured out, it is a mild start to the day today. In fact, things are really heating up. In Stirling, it's 9 degrees at the moment for you.
With the weather, and Carol, a really impressive picture behind you and a very specific reason for it.
That's right, Sal. Yes, good morning both. Good morning to you too. Yesterday, if you were watching, we were talking about the Sahara desert dust coming our way. Now, this morning, this could well be mixed in here in this picture to give it this nice red hue sent in by one of our weather watchers on the Isle of Wight. But the concentration will turn that bit denser as we go through the day. So if you're in the southeast, look at your sunset tonight. It could be quite spectacular because of that Sahara desert dust. Now, yesterday we had the warmest day of this year so far in the UK generally, but also in England and in Scotland. You can see Epping and also Frittenden reach just short of 17 degrees. We've rounded it up to that. Today, it could be even higher than that.
Carol, drop it like it's hot.
It kind of is, John. Look at this. If I drop this chart down, well, hey, 18 degrees. This is what we could well get somewhere in the south today. Good morning, everyone. Good morning, everyone. This morning, it's a mild start to the day if you haven't yet ventured out. We've also got some rain in the forecast, currently across the north and the west, and that's slowly going to be pushing eastwards through the day.
Hi Nina, and we've got a real mixture of weather conditions across the UK, across the Midlands, East Anglia, South East England. Very, very mild with loads of sunshine in the forecast. In terms of temperatures, we might actually hit 18 Celsius later on today. That used to be an exceptionally rare thing in previous decades, but we are seeing it a bit more frequently these modern times as our climate continues to warm. Mind you, it's not like that everywhere. For Northern Ireland and Scotland, there's a load more clouds today, outbreaks of rain, some of which will be quite heavy. Still on the mild side, mind you. And looking at the forecast in more detail through the rest of this week, the weekend beyond, and even into next week, there's no sign of the weather turning cold. It will stay very, very mild for the time of year. Instead of temperatures being about 9 degrees above average today in London, will be about 4 degrees above average for tomorrow. That's the latest.
It's Kate. I can't believe we're saying it. It's sunny outside.
Yeah, and warm, Frankie. The temperature really quite warm for February. The average at this time of year is 8.3 Celsius. Yesterday, we got up to around 15 Celsius. Today, it's set to get warmer. Now, this was earlier, not a cloud in the sky. Talking of those temperatures, this is the comparison to yesterday at midday. So we had 15.4 at Northolt, 14 at London City at midday on Tuesday. Today, it was 16 Celsius and it is set to get warmer this afternoon.
All right, talking of storms, Sally is here with the weather now. Now, Sally, it feels glorious today. It feels like spring has finally sprung.
Indeed.
But there's also been a warning for us about climate-related flooding.
Yeah, so climate change means we're getting warmer, wetter winters, which gives us a risk of flooding. And although these pictures we're going to show you aren't from today, you can see that if we get flooding in London, it is a nightmare. I mean, it's a nightmare anyway, but it's just a massive issue on the horizon. And a report out today from Friends of the Earth have identified Kensington and Chelsea as the local authority, unfortunately, with the biggest number of homes at high risk of flooding. And also in that report, they've said that the mayoral area with the most homes at risk is Greater London. So worrying to have that news out today. We have spoken to the council and they've said that actually this report shows higher figures than they've already estimated. So they will have a look at it. They are taking action, but they do know it's a huge issue. Going back to today's weather, though, I mean, not a flood in sight, hopefully, for most people. It's been glorious, hasn't it? Will it stay, though? Let's take a little look. Here we go. Hello again. Well, I hope you managed to get out and enjoy some of the lovely sunshine like these gorgeous pups here. It's not quite as nice tomorrow. It should stay dry, but it is a bit cloudier and less mild. And then as we go into Friday morning and Saturday morning, there's some showers around, but a lot of the day will hopefully at the moment be dry for you. It is though, as I said, a little cooler, but quick heads up as we go into next week, it's looking like the weather will be pretty settled and a bit milder again. But again, a lot of dry weather in the mix, so worth keeping an eye on that because it's still going to change between now and then. Looking dry for Sunday and, as I said, looking a bit milder again as we go into Monday. And that is your full forecast for now.
Oh, Sally, well, today was glorious, wasn't it? Nice while it lasted, I suppose.
I know. I was so smug today. So often I wear the wrong gear and I'm usually either freezing or a bit sweaty. Sorry, too much information. But today I just had the right top on, the right coat, and I just felt great. Yes, and I wasn't the only one. Lots of people out and about in Kensington Gardens were having a lovely experience.
Lovely and sunny, eh?
It was for some of us, Clive. The warmest day of the year so far, 19 degrees in Greater London, and that is quite exceptional for February. It doesn't happen very often. We are a way off the record back in 2019, but as I say, it doesn't happen very often, and it's almost a one-hit wonder. You can see where we've seen all that sunshine across the eastern area today, because further west it is a much cloudier picture, and that is also hiding some pretty heavy rain at the moment. Northwest England, Wales, moving across Scotland,
Which has made many people smile today. Kate has joined us and you are smiling.
I am smiling. It was a very, well, sunny day, which is lovely considering the rest of February has not been sunny. So it's a welcome return of the sunshine. It has been exceptionally warm as well. Now, the good thing about this sunny weather is loads of weather watcher pictures. It wasn't just us enjoying the weather. These parakeets in Peckham were also enjoying it. Now, we have had all this sunshine. It's been very warm. This was Kew Gardens earlier on. Barely a cloud in the sky. And in fact, Kew Gardens had the warmest temperature today. It was the warmest day of the year so far, 18.7 Celsius. You can see the spread of temperatures across London. So really very warm, still very much above average. The average, of course, is around 8.3 in the southeast for February, so considerably higher.
And it's officially been the warmest day of the year so far. But will these lovely temperatures continue? I'll give you all the details a little later in the programme.
And Becky is in Hertfordshire for us this evening. And Becky, we've finally been given some really properly glorious weather, haven't we?
We really have, and it's so lovely to be able to talk about it after so long of just having this really grotty, really depressing stuff. We have officially seen our warmest day of the year so far, and for many that came accompanied with some glorious sunshine as well. Let me show you something lovely from today, just in case you didn't get out and enjoy it, because tonight, as you can see, we are at the glorious Gotha Gardens near Baldock in Hertfordshire, where everything here is in this beautiful ornamental garden is just springing into life after what has felt like the longest winter. Officially, we are now only 3 days away from the start of meteorological spring, and nature really felt like it was raring to go with daffodils and crocuses, a welcome sight in that sunshine. Now, it has been a really mild day for everyone, but certainly the best of the temperatures were reserved to the southeast, where we saw the best of the sunshine. In fact, for many, it's been their warmest and their sunniest day for around 4 months, and that really couldn't come too soon, could it? But it hasn't just been the southeast that's seen those lovely temperatures. For everyone, it's been temperatures well above the seasonal average, sort of between 4 and 8 degrees quite widely across the UK when you compare it to what we should be seeing to the time of year. Interestingly, those daytime averages are what we've been seeing by night at the moment. So yes, a very mild story. Let's look now at the forecast. So let's have a look over the next few days, and this is where I'm going from being everyone's friend to being nobody's friend, because I'm afraid to say that this lovely run of weather is coming to an end very quickly. As you can see, over the next few days we've got spells of rain at times, particularly across those western areas. It will remain fairly mild, but obviously with cloud and rain it won't feel quite so nice. But the good news is that we have got something lovely on the cards, I think, for Saturday. Well, I definitely hope that you managed to enjoy some much better weather through today. But if you didn't, then remember that by the time we get to the start of the weekend, Saturday is looking to be pretty good. There's always something to smile about.
All right, Becky, thank you.